Hi, welcome to Phone Arena. Today we're taking a look at the HTC 7 Mozart, a Windows Phone 7 device with a 3.7-inch screen and an 8 megapixel camera and a Xenon flash. This is arguably in that case the best equipped Windows Phone 7 camera phone. Let's take a closer look to see if it delivers across the board. Starting with the screen, we have a 3.7-inch display with a resolution of 480 by 800 pixels. This is extremely predictable for a phone like this, and performs very well. While all the other handsets released by HTC in the line have larger screens, this one, with the same resolution, in turn has the greatest pixel density. Images are therefore sharp, with detail being very good, and the colors are really nicely saturated for the most part, and brightness levels are very good. You're not going to get the same kind of performance with regards to blacks and colors as you will on Super AMOLED screens. However, these Super LCD screens are really doing a good job. Below the screen are three capacitive buttons, and above the screen is the in-call speaker, which is behind a really neat looking grille. To the left of the phone is a volume rocker, and it's got a chrome finish, and below that is a micro USB port, while to the right is the sole two-stage camera button. Below the phone is the in-call microphone, and on top of the phone is the power button and the 3.5mm headphone jack. Flip the phone over and you find the 8 megapixel camera with the Xenon flash, the loudspeaker and the removable battery cover. Take off the battery cover and unsecure the battery to reveal the SIM card slot. This rather peculiar way of removing your battery is novel, and it seems to work well. We haven't got any complaints. The only thing is, the back battery cover being removed the way it does adds to the whole pattern effect, which we didn't mind, but it may not be for everyone. In turn, we're very pleased with the design of the HTC 7 Mozart. It feels very solid in the hand. As we said, the back may not be for everyone, but nevertheless, as a whole, it does perform very well physically. Now we're going to look at the interface of the HTC 7 Mozart. As you can probably tell, it's very predictable. Being Windows Phone 7 and being HTC, you're going to get your standard Windows Phone 7 experience with a bunch of HTC apps. As this handset was provided by Orange, we've also got Orange Daily, an RSS reader, and Orange Wednesday's application. There's also Orange Maps on the way. Nevertheless, you may not get this depending on where in the world you are. So let's take a close look at the other features of the phone. You have the Start menu, and you can populate this with icons from the right hand side. You have a phone tab which gives you direct access to your call log, dialer or contacts, and you can access your contacts through the people tile as well, which is all very simple to do. This also gives you very tight integration with Facebook, which is smooth as silk, so we really like that, unlike for example Moto Blur. Taking a look at messaging, and we can make a new text message and take a look at the keyboard, which is usable in landscape and portrait orientation. This is really comfortable in both, obviously more so in landscape given the 3.7-inch size. It's not quite as easy to use as on the HTC HD7, but nevertheless it does do a good job overall. Email is extremely predictable, with a few shortcomings such as the inability to add attachments that aren't pictures, but nevertheless it's very easy to get to grips with and will be ideally suited for someone who doesn't want too much faffing. Taking a look at music and videos, and we can see the Zune interface is very attractive and appealing. We can play a movie, and it's going to play at really good quality. And you've got a range of controls. Video quality looks very good, as we can show you. And for the most part, The phone provides a really great movie experience. If you really want to get immersed in the video you're watching, it might be worth considering a slightly larger screen, but nevertheless, good job all round. The music player is also through Zune's interface, and again performs really well. We really haven't got any criticisms of this, as it's just an attractive, appealing, easy to use interface. Taking a look further around the phone, and we can find the Internet Explorer. Going onto our website, and we can see browsing through it is all really quick and silky smooth. There's no flash support or Silverlight, but nevertheless, given the hang-ups these can actually cause on browsers, we're not too fussed about this just yet. We'll be hoping for some flash support along the way, but in the meantime, it definitely does a great job of getting you around the online world. You also have Windows Marketplace. This has a range of Windows apps and HTC apps exclusive to the HTC phones. All these have been viewed in more detail in the HD7 and HTC 7 trophy reviews, so check them out for more detail. As has the calendar app, which performs really well, as do all the organizer tools in the HTC 7 Mozart. Taking a look at the picture app, and we can see all the pictures taken on the handset in the camera roll, and it's grabbed in our Facebook pictures as well. Taking a look at the camera roll, and we can have a look at pictures and zoom in with pinch to zoom. Very nice, quickly and easily. It's all extremely responsive. The camera on board provides great picture quality overall, especially at night. While without the flash, it's quite grainy. When using the Xenon flash, it can really light up a situation very well. We took this to a party, for example, and we can show you the results. As you can see, despite the fact that it was pretty much very low light, it still delivered some decent results with good overall sharpness, and it didn't wash out the subjects. The video capture is not so great due to the lack of video light. Unfortunately, this is naturally the case with the Xenon flash on board, but nevertheless it still performs extremely well in well-lit situations. HTC Hubs provides an over-the-top visualization tool, giving you access to weather and a range of applications, but nothing all too useful. And finally, the calculator adds a really nice bit of functionality, offering both standard and scientific calculators, depending on the orientation you view it. For more on the other applications, feel free to check out our review of the HTC 7 Trophy and the HTC HD7 at phonearena.com. But for now, let's wrap up the interface part of the HTC 7 Mozart review. To wrap up, the HTC 7 Mozart delivers. It's got all the strengths that made the Trophy a really good phone. And on top of that, you have the fantastic 8-megapixel camera with Xenon flash. While the camera sensor itself isn't the best in the world, the Xenon flash really makes it very usable in nighttime situations. Sure, you've got a peculiar styling on the back, and it may not be to everyone's taste, but on the whole, we're really pleased with the phone. Alternatives would be the Nokia N8 if camera was really your main concern. Otherwise, if you're not too fussed about the camera, you can consider the HTC 7 Trophy. This is very similar to this device here, but without the great camera. If you're looking for an Android alternative, then you can have a look at the Motorola XT720, which also has a camera with a Xenon flash. Thanks for watching Phone Arena. This has been a review of the HTC 7 Mozart. For more on this and other handsets, please visit www.phonearena.com.